Hello, you guys. Happy Sunday. And I just want to came by real quick to talk to you guys about believing. Believing. Today it's really hard to believe in a lot of things because people don't really they don't really care about their word. I'm a person like, if I tell you something, that's it. That's what I'm going to do. And if something happens where I cannot do it, I'm going to call you or something like that. I'm going to get in touch with you to let you know, I can't do that. Or if I can do it only up to a certain point or something like that. But bottom line is, as they say, word is bond. But I want to talk to you about believing. Sometimes you have to really believe. Sometimes you might be the only person that believe it. Because sometimes it's just for you to believe. And sometimes you might tell friends or family or people like that, but in the end, it's up to you. It's really up to you to believe. It's up to you to believe. So I got a little story, and this happened to me many years ago. I got some since then, but this one I think, really, really fits with that. And I was a single mother at the time, and I had 4 children. I was divorced, and in the process of it, because it was his house. And at that time, I wasn't really so set on, being involved in things because, you be young and trying to do things right. And, and at the time, you can only do what you know. And so, I was trying to let him take care of everything. But in the process of it, after we broke up, he ended up filing for bankruptcy and foreclosed on the house. Now, I didn't know this until a long time later. So anyway, as time goes on, the Lord blessed me to stay at that house actually for about 4 years. About 4 years before anything happened. Now, I was a stay-at-home mom, and I had my babies to take care of. So anyway, the foreclosure notice came, and I might have had a week, maybe 2 at the most, to remove myself and my babies. I had no idea where I was going to go. But you know what I did know? I did know the Lord. I did know the Lord. And I believed that he was going to help me to get a place to live. So my prayer was, I asked the Lord, I said, Lord, I have these children. And I got to take care of them. But I need a place to live. I don't want an apartment, Lord. I need a home. I need a house where we can have room and, to grow and just have room. I need a house, Lord. But my money was funny, all the rest of it. So anyway, as they say, a closed mouth don't get fed. So I talked to my mom about it, at the time. And, she came through. She came through for me. Through the Lord, she came through. Because there was a lady down the road, and an elder lady, and she wanted to sell her house. But she did not want to rent it. She just wanted to sell it outright. She just wanted to be done with it. She was trying to downsize. But you know what? The Lord said a good name is to be treasured above gold. And that's so true. And so my mom went down there and talked to her. All this unbeknownst to me now. And my mom went down there and talked with her. And she said, she told her, she said, Mary, I know you, and I know you truth to your word. And I like you. She said, so for you, I'm gonna rent this house to you. And so, my mom already had her house. So my mom called me. And this was about 3 days, maybe 3 or 4 days, just before they was coming to get the keys. And so she called me and she said, I got a place, you know, if you want it. It's not in town, because I lived in town at the time. She lived out in the rural area where I am now. She said, I got a place in town. I mean, the place, you know, out here. And it's not in town. She said, so, you know, but if you want it, you know, you can have it. So, are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yes, I don't care that it's not in town. That was not important to me. The important thing to me was to have a home, was to have a house where me and my children could be. And so, you know what? This is how good the Lord is, y'all. It was a two-story house, full basement, great big old front yard, great big old backyard, plus 5 acres. And do you know, I was renting that house for $135. $135. You know, of course I had to pay utilities, but $135, seriously. And then as time went on, several years later, my mom and dad came knocking on my door one day, and they said, we want to give you your inheritance. And that was my inheritance they gave to me. And do you know, I paid $10, because you know you have to transfer money in a sale. I paid $10 for that home and 5 acres of land. Now tell me about believing. Tell me about believing. The Lord said, if you believe in your heart, you have to believe in your heart. Even if it's only you believing. You have to believe. I'm not talking about silly things, but I'm talking about believing when you ask the Lord for something. Don't matter if it get close. Don't matter if it look like it's not going to happen, but keep believing. Keep believing. Even if it's just you, keep believing and watch the Lord come through for you. All right, happy Sunday.